flex. The livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boo. I'm a 88 pack nigga, boo. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood, tryna stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed. And I purposely mean to hurt a lot of feelings this morning. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. If your feelings are hurt, I'm talking to you. So let's do this roll call. Everything I say is very relevant. You know. It's value in what I'm doing here. And I appreciate the support. There's even value in it for the trolls. That's why they show up every day. But they don't qualify to have these types of conversations because they're a grown adolescent. They come from single parent households. And whichever parent raised them failed miserably. Now, prove it this morning. Keeping it real versus keeping it right. And I have these faces on here for a reason. Let's do this roll call. Slim Hussein, Todd Swindle, Bernard Gilbert, Brother Rod Neal, my brother, salute. Eric Jordan in the building, salute. Shogun. Convos with Cam, salute, Queen, how are you? Bionic Prince, Louis Henton, Shaquilla Fields, the Queen, the other Queen in the building, salute. Robert Singleton. Beezy, it's good. Robert Singleton, salute. It jumped on me. Brother Reef, Eric O, Noah Randall, Brooklyn Born, salute. Smash the like button, hype the video, share it. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. We do it for ourselves. Dion, salute. Hope everybody had a productive weekend. If you missed the Strong House yesterday, I encourage you to go look at the replay. Unique Dawn, salute, my queen. How are you? Delano, salute. I was saying last week that moving forward, you know, I'm just going to shine a spotlight on what I see as discrepancies. But if y'all don't see those same discrepancies and you can ignore them for reasons that only you choose to acknowledge, then fine. It's not my job to raise you. It's not my job to change your mind. I can only point out the discrepancies, and you can deal with it. If you're going to justify it, then that's on you. But that tells me everything I need to know about you personally. Brooklyn Born early in that super chat. Salute to you, good brother. He says support truth. Hashtag LDBC. We in the building. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Sam Max, salute, brother. When I say discrepancies, I'm basically talking about character flaws. And nobody's perfect. But these character flaws overshadow a bigger issue. And I understood this for a while with these kids. And I made a choice to fall back when it comes to certain issues because they don't acknowledge these certain issues because in their minds it doesn't apply to them. So I made peace with that. character flaws. I'll give you an example of that. Late last year, during the interview, Quentin Jackson was asked, for whatever reason, I don't know why, he was asked about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. His exact words were, "Love Ryan Garcia. Never bet against him." That's what he said. And then he was asked about Devin Haney. And he went all the way in. And he said all the negative things that are, they're not even substantiated, but they're floating around in the media because they're put into the air. You're a sucker. You don't sue somebody for whooping your ass, right? Say, well, that's strange. So I DM'd him, as that I found out that a lot of people did, and him and I had a brief conversation, and I didn't approach him on the DMs hostile. I don't do things like that. I mean, I've supported Quentin Jackson from the beginning. And unfortunately I don't have, because it was on my old phone, and when I switched phones, for whatever reason, the conversation was never saved on my, you know what? I didn't check, because I don't go to Instagram on my desktop a lot. I'm gonna log in on my desktop to see if it's there, but the conversation, for whatever reason, was in my DMs on my old phone. When I switch phones, you gotta log out your old phone, and you know how it is. You gotta log into the new phone, and it's not in the DMs. It might be on my desktop though. I'm gonna look for it. But he was hostile towards me, and I ate that. It's like, whatever, man. But I said, look, as a bit of information, you talk about you love the kid, never bet against him. I can't change your mind about how you feel about Devin. That's not my main biker salute. That's not my goal. But as a black man, you should know about Ryan Garcia and the things that he said. I said the kid is a racist, the kid is a drug addict, and so on and so forth. And he went on to say, well, for me that said that, that must mean that I did not know that he said something like that. I said, okay, well, now you know. Now you know. I'm not finna go back and forth with him, because I know that cats was killing him in the DMs. So I said what I said and I left. See you tomorrow, Press. I'm not even gonna start with you this morning. I'll see you tomorrow. This is what I mean. See, Prez, this is why I'm saying I'm more and more I'm starting to understand that you're an op. He just got here. I've been on barely 11 minutes. He didn't read the title. And I'm really not talking about boxing this morning. He comes in and says that we're going to keep it real and talk boxing. No, we're not this morning. I'm talking about the character of fighters and why I'm choosing to fall back on certain people. Why I'm choosing. Now, let me finish my Quentin Jackson story. So I fell back. I understand he's hostile because that's people were giving it to him. But what do I always say? Sometimes you don't have to lift a finger. So I left it up to God, left it alone. And about 2 months later, that thing happened with his son. But I don't follow Quentin Jackson on social media at all. And then I'm going back and looking at his work. People started dropping videos of his work. And he runs a comedy show damn near. He, motherfucker this, motherfucker that. I think he got his pops. They in the car cussing at each other, all these hard body jokes. And I'm looking at his son. And his son don't take kindly to none of that. It's affecting his son. He's using that dysfunction for comedic value, and I guess it's netting him dividends. But I guess he doesn't know how to turn it off. Welcome down, Van Houder, salute. Sam Max, salute. Hassan, Del Riv, 704, Joe, Cobra Head. Permission to chat, know that I love you. Salute to y'all. So I'm just watching this thing. And that situation happened with his son. And I watched it. I watched the clips that led up to him with the wrestler. The wrestler made a mistake, didn't know who he was. He smashed a can on his head. And I thought it was a prop or whatever, but the guy was like, oh, he's not a worker. He was like, oh, snap, I didn't know. And he was very apologetic. And that kid, that grown adolescent, sat on the side of that ring, and he let all of those people in his comment section on Kick egg him on. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. He's a grown man. He's letting people in the chat egg him on. It's ridiculous. Jumped in the ring and nearly beat that man to death. He nearly beat him to death. And he got in trouble with the law. Now, here's why I brought up Quentin Rampage Jackson. Here's why I brought him up. His son whoops that man's ass. It was a big thing. We all know about it. We all spoke about it to a degree. The MMA world starts giving their 2 cents in, and there's some British guy who has a really big MMA channel in the UK. And I listened to some of the things he said. I'm like, okay, a lot of people feel that way. Everyone's saying lock him up, lock him up. Of course. You're black. Lock him up, lock him up, lock him up. Quentin starts playing the race card. Wow, Quentin. Wow. You got 2 kids. I think you got a couple of kids that are half Japanese. And then you got, 2 that are black. 1 or 2, I don't know. But you specifically said, I saved college tuition for my Japanese kids, because that's what he said, Japanigga. And then he stopped himself and said Japanese. That's what he said. And I saved bail money for my other sons. Dale Spoolie, BVO, salute. J-Man, salute. That's what he said. Dude, in this atmosphere, you don't even play like that, man. You don't even play like that. The only time you play like that is if it's a scripted thing and you're doing a comedy. But you on social media and people can't decipher whether you're serious or not. Huh? That's what you said, brother. But you also said something about racism not existing. I know you said it, man. I heard you say it. And I'm like, wow, okay. A couple of months later, your son deals with that. He beat up a white man. And then somebody says something, and then you talking about racism. Now you want to talk about it? Nah, bro. Keeping it real versus keeping it right. Now, when he beat up that wrestler, I didn't think racism. I just saw a man assaulting another man. But guess what? I knew it was coming because I know how the world works. And if Quentin doesn't understand how the world works, then that's a sad state of affairs for him. You see, after I had that DM conversation, I said to myself right there, I said, I gotta let this brother go. Gotta let him go. I gotta let it go. Because black folks in my chat, what do we know about a nigga wake-up call? All right. Joe, what up, Joe? Final Sniper, salute. What do we know about a Negro wake-up call? It always happens, 100%. You're not exempt. Yeah, Sam Mack, he doubled down on the Devin thing, so I let him go. I'm like, man, this dude, okay. I let him go. And then his son, and I'm telling you, T-Hunt, salute. And I'm telling you, y'all might not be watching this, y'all might not be paying attention, but 2025, the universe wasn't wasting any time with these tap dancers. They weren't wasting any time. The CD, what up? They weren't wasting any time. And I just watched it. I'm out of it. The battle lines was drawn. That's how you feel. You called me out my name and you was all hostile. So the fact that you was Junior, salute, my brother, salute. BPMV, salute. The battle lines was drawn, one deep in the building. It was drawn. You said what you said. I left you to it. And while you talking reckless about a brother that was going through a serious racial situation where there was an attempt on his life, you wasn't educated enough to understand what was going on. You see, a lot of you brothers and sisters, y'all think racism died before you were born. A lot of y'all were born in the 2000s or late 90s, and you're like, well, this ain't 1970, this ain't the 60s, it can't be that bad. No, it's gotten worse. It's on a grander scale because, you know, they ain't got to hang you from a tree. They could do you by paperwork, by the job, on your job. You be like, yo, you're fired. Huh? What? And you was in violation. You didn't even know it, and no one told you. What? You ain't got no union, huh? Yeah, you're done. Bernier, salute. Now, Delano, was deeper than PTSD, and I'm not going to give him an out on that. I'm not going to give him an out on that at all. I'm not going to give him an out on that. No. Because it comes to a point where you have to have knowledge of self. And that's the majority. These four dudes in color right here, they don't have knowledge of self. I'm going to break them down individually. My big brother, Stormy B-Man, in the building. He said, late due to snow removal. Oh, man. It's all right, brother. It's all right. Damn, I know Chicago got hit. It missed us. I know Chicago got hit. Salute, Stormy. I appreciate it all day, every day. You know that. I'm not making no excuses for these guys because these guys don't accept any excuses from anybody in or around them. Not a salute, brother. Copper, salute. Their fan base don't accept excuses from anybody in or around them. Their divisions, respectfully. Community. What do you think they care about community with how they talk? What do they care about community? Which fighter you want to go with first? What do they care about? Adewale M, salute. What do they care about community? Quentin Jackson didn't care about community until he felt he's being attacked racially. And he from the South? Bro, you're DQ'd. I don't want to hear nothing about racism out your mouth, bro. That's over with. I let him go. I'm going to leave you to it. You made some good money. You're making good money. Everyone knows who you are. Good luck in that boxing match versus Shannon Bridge. Shannon gonna kill him. And good luck to your son. But I need y'all to understand, his son's behavior is a direct reflection of his father. You know why they called him Rampage? I remember when they did the story on him. This is going over damn near 2 decades ago. Why they call him Rampage? Because when he was younger, he used to have these meltdowns. Go clean your room. He started punching holes in the wall. He had a problem. And it was never addressed. according to his words, was never addressed by way of therapy. There was no Prozac or Ritalin back then when we were growing up. So he got into fighting. Vince, what up? They got into fighting. He's from Memphis, Tennessee, so I know he knows what racism is. He got into fighting, and he's pretty good at it. And look what he raised. Look what he raised. Another him. And they could possibly hit that kid with attempted murder charges, or because he let some social media strangers egg him on. And that's unfortunate. That man's lucky to be alive. And I don't know how much time he's going to get, if any, when the judge bangs the gavel on him. Now, how much of y'all think that the penalty is going to be that much more stiff because it was a white man? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He could get a black judge, and that might not even matter. We don't know. But he raised that boy. Fail. You darkies walking around right now that don't know what Ryan Garcia did, y'all are unaware. Y'all are unaware. And I ain't got time to educate you because all of y'all are grown. You darkies, and I'm not talking about the others, the Latinos or the Asians. I expect them not to know, because if it was done to them, they would know. Whether they like boxing or not, they would know about it. But you darkies running around here, I ain't know Ryan said that way. Man, every tweet is all over the internet. Y'all lucky that's there. Y'all lucky they ain't scrubbed the internet of that. Y'all lucky the LDBC's here talking about it. Y'all lucky. Y'all lucky Champ Side's talking about it. Because the Devin Haney hater channels, did they drill Ryan Garcia about that? Or did they say, oh, well, you know, he's on drugs? And did they brush it off and do that? He's on drugs. You know, he's on drugs. He'll get all, pray for the kid. He's on drugs. You'll pray for him, pray for him, pray for him. The dude got on the podium and said, thank you, Jesus, a million times. And right after that, he said he'll put his penis in someone's mouth and called him a bitch. Justify what he does by saying he's a drug addict. That's what you guys are doing? Right. Not my brother. Not my sister. You cats don't know because you don't want to know. You cats don't ride because your hatred for someone else is so strong that you don't care what happens. I don't know why Devin gets on your nerves so much, but y'all need therapy for that. You the same kids that was in school hating on that one kid that's pops dropped him off in front of the school every day. And when he got out, he had that fresh pair of Jordans. He ain't do nothing to you. He dapped it up with you. Let you copy his homework, whatever if y'all kids even do that today. But you hated him. I wasn't raised like that. I never had that. If somebody had something that I liked and I wanted it, I'm like, yo, you know, I'm not a sneakerhead like that, but let's just say it was, I don't know, like a jacket. Yo, how much was that? Yo, that shit is nice. But I never thought of taking it off of him or cutting the coat. I listened to this, there was this dude I went to school with. I couldn't stand him, bro. But he was one of those dudes, K-Rod Salute. He was one of those dudes that he was around the group, but I wasn't friends with him. And I never had a problem with him, but I used to watch him. And my close friends, I'm like, yo, watch, I ain't gonna say his name. I'm like, yo, watch him, bro. This girl came to school with a goddamn, she had a Sherlin. Ratchet, what up, brother? She had a Sherlin on. She walked in, greeted everybody, and we were all like, yo, that shit is dope. That shit is dope. Yeah, that shit is dope. He's sitting back there with his face all made up. He was like, man, I should cut that shit. And we like looked at him like, why would you say that? This was the box cutter era, y'all. The school ain't had no metal detectors. You know what I'm saying? He had a box cut on. He was like, man, I'm gonna cut that shit. We're like, yo, why? Don't do that, man. Plus, it was a girl, man. You couldn't steal it because she was small. But why would you do that? G. McCall, salute. Because he was a hating ass nigga. The term hater wasn't around back then. This was the early 90s. But why would you think that, man? We were like, yo, and I had to make the brothers around me think, yo, bro, what does he say when you came in with the new Jordans, whatever year that was, 91? And you came and sat down with like, oh, yo, that's hot, whatever. And he was sitting there, he was the only nigga quiet. What you think he was thinking? We was telling you, bro, don't put those in a locker. Don't change it to your gym shoes, just wear them. You know what's gonna happen. Y'all are so unaware. Y'all have goons around you that don't even like you. That's why I give you Tank fans the business every day. Y'all are a peculiar bunch, but we could learn some. If you're uneducated, you could learn something from dudes like that. What I just told you was a real situation. You know how many real people like that exist today? A fresh new car on the block. Somebody just want to come key your shit. For what? They don't even own a car. Why they keying your shit? I don't know why y'all hate the Haney so much. I don't. It's more than just him being a rival to your favorite fighter. Because now that your favorite fighter, first of all, has no interest in fighting him, and then he's about to go to jail. I'm talking about Tank now. Y'all erect all of these obstacles and put all these, okay, well, Tank's not going to do it, but this guy's going to do it. That guy's going to do it. Well, there's a goddamn list. And all we said was, can somebody on the list step up? The only person that did it was Brian Norman Jr. And salute to him. He's the only fighter I respect. Forget the knockdown. That man was dangerous from all of those rounds. Every round he answered the bell, that man was dangerous. And he went in there and got it done. And how you knuckle draggers treated him, y'all act like it didn't even happen. Y'all erect all kinds of obstacles. Devin ain't the problem, it's you. Now all of a sudden, mandatories matter. Jack Catterall. All right, well, why y'all acting like he's ducking Jack Catterall? He's trying to get that list. Now, if he gunned towards Jack Catterall, y'all be asking, what about the list, though? So Devin knows he can't do no right, because you knuckle draggers are nuts. The universe ain't wasting no time with y'all. Quentin Jackson, now he's dealing with this shit with his son. I'll pray for his son, Raja. Because your son, dude, you're out of control because your daddy failed. You see, I ain't have to lift a finger. So there goes that. Where y'all want to go with this? Tank Davis? We can go real brief. We all lived it in real time. Tank's been effed off since before the first Lamont Roach fight. Because remember, we had a problem getting that fight done? Remember, y'all thought y'all was going to Texas? Toyota Center? And when the brother Blue Blood said, hey, there's a problem over there. There's a problem. Rick, what up? There's a problem with the money, and, you know, y'all jumped on Blue and like, oh, you a hater. No, I'm reporting the news. There's no fight over there. You just a hater. Well, did the fight happen in the Toyota Center? I'm not going to let y'all forget that. Blue was the problem? Well, how about this? Did the fight happen in Houston? No, it happened in Brooklyn. And then I'm looking at the damn press conference. I'm like, what's going on with these cameras? Wait a minute. Sponsored by Temu. What is this? What's going on here? Why does this look so low budget? This is Tank. What happened? And Blue's like, yo, there's no money. Y'all know the rest. He fights Lamont Roach to a draw. I thought Lamont Roach won the fight. I expected Lamont Roach to take a dirt nap in like round 5 or 6. But around 5 or 6, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm looking at? A properly hydrated opponent. This is a cherry pick gone wrong. It registered around round 5 or 6. I said, wait a minute. During the face-off, Lamont looked a little bigger than him. Oh, he didn't rehydrate clause him. Oh shit. Jonathan, what up? I said, oh boy. And Tank was taking knees and complaining about grease in his eye. Remember that? Who's your next opponent, Tank? Well, he was in the locker room. I said, well, Shakur was there, right? Oh, he's fighting Shakur next? No. Jake Paul. I'm like, why? And y'all all told me to shut up about it, right? Y'all remember that? Shut up. Why you mad at the brother getting his money? Jimmy Bernard, salute. Drew, you black, right? Let the brother get his money. All right, cool. You know what? He don't want no parts of this sport anymore. I want Tank to get all that money. And then it was insult to injury. This dumb kid didn't even know where his money was coming from. That's how dumb he is. He's dangerously dumb and ignorant. Jake Paul stood on that stage and said, you're my bitch, I'm paying you, blah, 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 blah. He says, that's facts? That's facts? Yes, facts, dummy. Tank's so dumb, he don't know who the enemy is. What do you say to what's his name in the front row? What's his name? I'm having a brain fart this morning. Y'all help me out. When he says, yo, you know, I ain't never had a problem with you, Tank. Tank was like, yeah. You went for being a world-class fighter to and training world-class fighters to training Jake Paul. Yeah, stay over there. Stay over there. Stay over there. And I'm looking at that like, wait a minute. He went from Jalen Love, thank you. He went from training world-class fighters to training YouTubers. You idiot. He's training the YouTuber you're about to fight. Dummy. Wait a minute. Do y'all understand how ignorant and dumb that was? He didn't know that he was paying him. And you're mad at Jalen Love for training the YouTuber that you're about to make $40 million with. Huh? And then says, stay on your side. Well, stay on your side. What side is that, Tank? I remember when Devin Haney was out eating, and as the biggest publicity stunt you can ever do, you show up to where he was and you're screaming, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Okay, well, Devin finished his meal. You taking pictures and selfies by his car. He comes out to the car and you did nothing. Tay, good morning. You did nothing. Devin's there at the car smiling at you. I thought it was on site. You did nothing because you's a pussy. Okay, nothing happening. Devin got in the car and left. I get out of bed that morning. Tank press Devin. When you say press, you know what press is? Do y'all young kids, do y'all know what really pressing somebody is? Y'all ever got pressed? I've never gotten pressed. I pressed somebody. I pressed a bunch of people. I've done it in school. I've done it in real life. When you want the smoke, you go get it. Trey, what up? I'm talking getting up on somebody and people have to, like, a mob of people got to get in between you. You throwing niggas to get at that person. And anybody I pressed took off running. Right hand to God. Because I wasn't loud about it. I'm like, there you go. And I just walking. And when people knew that there was a problem, they jump up and, oh, chill. Nope. I turn into Barry Sanders and Walter Payton. I'm knocking shit over. I got tunnel vision. And dude take off running. Nothing. What you mean? I wasn't impressed. That was a social media scheme. Because Tank ain't built like that. And y'all want him to be built like that so bad, he's not. But my point about that situation is, isn't that haram? Muslim brother, right? You could break bread with the quote-unquote white man, right? Get your 40 million, get your money. But when Turki Al-Sheikh says, I got 50 mil for y'all, come to Saudi and make some money, what did Tank do? Give me 2 Ferraris. Turki said, I can give you 2 gloves. Tank said, okay, 3 Ferraris. Said, man, this kid don't want to fight. Meanwhile, Devin Haney stayed the course. In every event, every card, every Riyadh card that he's been on, look it up, he's been the highest paid. Derek Gaines, the legend, salute. He's been the highest paid. Oh, Devin's, he's boring. Highest paid. Oh, he's not main eventing. Highest paid. So this cat said no to 25 million straight up, which would have been his highest payday. Enter Jake Paul. No rematch with Lamont Roach. Enter Jake Paul. He was a quiet little, good little house Negro, wasn't he? And we left him alone. Remember, Drew, leave him alone. Let me get his money. You black, right? I said, okay. I left him alone, right? And he had a fight, all right, at a strip club with a $2 smut. That's what happened. By the way, did he turn himself in yet? Okay, y'all let me know when he does. Hope nothing happens. I pray nothing happens to him. Be smart, because you already been stupid. Am I lying on this kid so far? Am I lying on him? No, I don't need to. I don't need to. Everything I said happened. But let's dial it back for a second. Keeping it real versus keeping it right. His fan base says he don't have to bend the knee to Turki Al-Sheikh because Turkey's bad. Oh, Turkey bad. I said, all right, well, I'm not saying Turkey's perfect, but so far he's put on a bunch of fights that we would have never seen. If boxing remained where it was, we'd have never seen that 5-on-5. We'd have never seen nothing like that. We're going on Bivol versus Better BF number 3. We couldn't even get number 1. We're getting all kinds of fights. Now, am I saying Turkey's perfect? No, but I knew y'all was a little nervous when y'all started talking about all kinds of things but the sport of boxing. Y'all started talking about, oh, there's still slaves in Saudi. They don't like black people. Rah, rah. I salute Tank. He don't need to go down there. He ain't got to kiss the ring. But he got on both knees, not one knee, both knees, and kissed Jake Paul's entire ass. And he couldn't even get that right. 25 million to go to Saudi and punch Devin in the face. His excuse was, well, Devin is his boy. Devin's his boy. You know, why would I go down there? I'm going to have to knock him out. Well, all the world thinks you're going to knock him out anyway, right? Especially you, right? So go down there. His fanatics was like, oh, no, he don't need to go down there and get robbed. No, he's going to knock Devin out, though. Oh, no. Ooh. He's going to go down there and get robbed. Scratching your armpits, hairy feet and shit. Feet look like hands and they're hairy on the top. Flinging poo all around your house. It's ridiculous. Hanging from the chandelier. Walking on the ceiling ass. Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling. But meanwhile, Devin goes to Australia once to win Undisputed and twice to defend it. Tank ain't built like that. How could I believe what you say when I see what you do? DEW, what you do or what you don't do. And I saw you get your ass whooped by Lamont Roach, taking knees and all that. See, that's God right there. Y'all saying all of this, y'all idolizing this kid, you put him on this pedestal, and all I saw was what happened to him all through 2025. That's all I saw. He tried to go to Japan on his birthday. You know why he couldn't go? Tell me why he couldn't go to Japan on his birthday. Boxing Fan Times 4, salute to you, brother. He says, that broad from last night was weird as yo, bro. Yeah, bro. She's funny, though. She's funny as hell. Aaron, salute. Shorty's funny, though. She was funny. Why couldn't he go to Japan? Grown-ass man needs permission. Thank you, Copper. He's on probation that he's more than likely in violation of right now. He's on probation. He tried to go to Japan. But I said, why are you trying to go to Japan? Ain't he supposed to be in camp for Lamont Roach? Y'all remember that? And I said, something's not right. What's up with the PBC? Dude lied to you about this list? Whatever you name. Ryan Garcia, yup. Devin Haney, yup. Shakur, yup. Remember that? Mr. Big Play, salute. Remember that? Yeah. All of this happened. Now, have I lied on him yet? All of this stuff happened. And the latest fiasco is, as of right now, he's on the run and the U.S. Marshals is looking for him. But I know, Tank fans, it's everyone else's fault but him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to blame PTSD. This kid is just an idiot. He's an idiot. His OGs did right by him by keeping him off the street and in the gym. He's turned out to be a pretty good fighter. Is he great? No. Absolutely no. Capital N-O. No. Because I haven't seen anything. You got about 16 contemporaries out here, and everyone's foaming at the mouth to get to you. And what did he do? I giveth and I taketh away. Did he not tell Shakur that? Did he not tell Lamont Roach that? Did he not say, hey, we're going to come pay you a visit? Kind of doxed Lamont Roach, didn't put out an exact address, but put out the area where he resides. We're going to come get those kids. Put that in writing, y'all. He put that in writing. In writing. And you fanboys co-sign that behavior? That's not funny. What them babies got to do with this? So when I see him have these struggles with the law and with these girls, it all makes sense. You think God's blessing him now or giving him his just due? Keeping it real versus keeping it right. When the hell did we become villains for wanting him to test his mettle against his contemporaries? We turned out to be haters according to his fan base. So I stepped all the way off. I said, let him get his money and retire. He said, I want to retire at the end of 2025. Did he not say me and Al Heyman are going to walk away from the business? So we got two lies going on here. We got that lie. We got that lie because look, when he gets out of prison, he's going to have to fight again because they're going to need the money. Y'all saw how Mike Tyson ended up when he got out of prison? And I'm not expecting any light work. I don't want to hear, oh, well, he needs a couple of tune-ups or whatever. Listen, Errol Spence flipped his car and almost killed himself, came out and fought Danny fucking Garcia against my judgment. Like, nah, not Danny. Get a warm-up. He beat Danny's ass. I said, oh, okay, I guess he's all right. I guess he's okay. All right. Tank just going to sit down for a couple of years. Get out of here. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. MJ, what up? Slim Hussein, Snoop, what up? Al Heyman is supposed to be, uniting with Oscar, but you can't trust what Oscar says, and you can't get a word from Al Heyman. He don't talk to anybody. But they're supposed to be uniting to attack the business of boxing against the awful Riyadh season. You know what? I don't care about TKO doing whatever because y'all kids don't care. Muhammad Ali Act, y'all can't even spell it. Y'all be spelling the wrong Muhammad. M-O-H-H-H-M. No, wrong, idiots. No, there's two different ways to spell Muhammad. Y'all spelled the wrong one. The Mo, Larry, and Curly Act. That's what y'all talking about. That's the act a lot of these fighters are going to be up under. The Mo, Larry, and Curly Act. Yeah. The Curry Act. The Chicken Curry Act. Where you do what I say and you like it. Y'all going to be crying in a minute. But, look, if y'all were doing y'all supposed to, Dank, what up? If y'all doing what y'all supposed to do, which is fight each other, we wouldn't be in this. If y'all gave Turkey things to do, because y'all wasn't doing it yourself. Y'all doing bare minimum, getting all your money, and because a certain fan base loved how you looked, you were living off that. It's over now. Don't talk to me about no Muhammad Ali Act. Teach, what up? Y'all don't even know what the hell it is. Y'all don't even respect the fighters and the people before you that paved the way for you. That's why I got Floyd up there. Yeah, how you talk about Muhammad Ali, man? When you got guys like Tank saying, man, I never watched Marvin Hagler. You what? You got Shakur saying, how come no one told me that Marvin Hagler was so cold? Nigga, how come you don't even know that? How do you not know that? The disrespect is like phenomenal with these kids. So this is why I have to back off. And the last thing any of these niggas need to be doing with me, for me to listen to, is cry about race. Especially these four motherfuckers right here. I don't want to hear it. If I see it and I know what it is, I might be quiet about it. When it comes to these fools, these clowns don't even know what position of power they hold. But when you motherfuckers are walking around and letting a guy like Ryan Garcia breathe, you letting things that Teofimo Lopez said go untouched. And let me explain something to you Shakur fans. Don't think that he's doing this in the name of black people. This is just business for Shakur. That's all this is. It's business. He's not putting the community on his back. He don't do that. The community he tried to put on his back was a marketing scheme. Boricua, right? And when I asked, I said, yo, where'd that come from? Two things. He didn't wave that flag in the Olympics, so how dare you? And it came out of nowhere. While you were on Top Rank, it came out of nowhere. And then they got you on Latin fighters posters with Top Rank, and I'm like, whoa, they put Shakur on that? So the black dollar's not good enough. You're repping your daddy's side. And we all know Top Rank don't like to promote black fighters. We know that. Waffle, salute. So when I said, hey, man, I think this is a marketing scheme. He don't even want to be black. When was the last time he repped Puerto Rico, y'all? Since he did that, I haven't seen it on his trunks. I haven't seen him wearing the beaded necklace with the beads with the Puerto Rican flag on. I haven't seen any of that. It's gone. What happened, man? But when I said it was a marketing scheme, some people got mad at me. Yo, Drew, you don't like biracial people? I ain't say that. Drew, you don't like Boricuas? Man, I grew up in New York. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this fool. False flagging, this fool. Keeping it real versus keeping it right. Was that right? You undermined the black fans that you had. Some of you could look past it and say, hey, it's just a thing. All right, man. Okay. These things hit me harder than it hits you. The fact that you can ignore it like it ain't happened, hey, man, that's on you, man. That's on you. I don't deal with shady shit like this. I really don't. I really don't. And I got the illest feeling about this fight coming up. But I already told y'all, I'm detached. And I don't like Tio. But stranger things have happened. Straight Snacks, what up? Vernon Forrest knocked the shit out of Shane Mosley 2 times. Ricardo Mayorga was supposed to be a showcase fight for him. He was supposed to go in there, jab him, style on him, and stop him. And what happened? 2 times. He had today gone today. I don't know what the hell that was till this day. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? What if he's not getting up? Larry Merchant celebrating. We toast you. Remember that? Loved it. Now, I'm not saying that Vernon Forrest did anything wrong. I'm just saying that that was boxing. It just worked out like that. But the boxing guys have been putting things into perspective for a lot of people. And y'all are just moseying along the goddamn world like this is just normal shit. No. Every action has a reaction. I promise you. And I told y'all, Shakur seemed like he's worried about the wrong shit. I don't care if Bud's in his camp. That's Bud. This is you. Shauna, salute. That's Bud, man. This is you. This dude got a lot of unanswered questions. What happens if he gets hit? Is he a dog like Floyd? He could be. Or is he going to have the Michael Grant-ism? If you know, you know. Like Michael Grant. He's friend to the show. But, man, when you hit him, what happened? Boogie Wonderland. I'm not lying. Sugar Free Mars in the building. Salute, Queen. So I don't know. I don't know about this one. He's supposed to smoke Tio. I hope he does. I don't like Teofimo Lopez. But stranger things have happened. I hope he does smoke. I hope it's not even close. I hope Shakur smokes him. Makes him quit on the stool. But speaking of Teofimo Lopez, he got on in the public and said what he said. And none of you cats went crazy and said, yo, hold on. Fudge is you doing? Watch your mouth. You guys got more fire. He's another one that got more fire and venom for Devin Haney. Then a cat like Teofimo Lopez that openly said what he said. Then Ryan Garcia openly said what he said. After celebrating the win, he invites you to the pool party. You sending over bottle service saying sign a contract. I'm like, what contract? What's going on here? What contract? What contract, bro? And then on the way out of 135, remember, he's gonna be trained. Remember that? You had a chance to fight Devin Haney for undisputed, your highest payday. First time on pay-per-view. And Devin was going to be at an extreme disadvantage because he was drained. And you said no because you know your worth. What is your worth? Devin took short money going to Australia 2 times. Did y'all know that? He took short money. But the reward was worth the risk to him. And I was against our better judgment. And he did it. So when these cats talk about, nah, I was getting screwed out of money and that was a bullshit deal, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, it was only 25%. Y'all don't know the numbers that Devin, dude, he was not the A-side versus Kambosos. Kambosos had 3 belts and home court advantage. The first time Devin fought George, half his team wasn't in the corner. What are you talking about? He ain't had no cut man. They stopped his cut man at Customs. Look it up. I did a video on it. So when I hear Tank talking about, oh well, you know, Devin is Turkey's man. Man, shut up, man. You a punk. 25% ain't enough money. Shut up, man. You kids ain't fighting for legacy. Renzo, what up? Devin is built different. Devin is a throwback. But this shit here is normalized to y'all. Y'all pop y'all shit online and y'all don't do nothing. All y'all do is talk. Talk. And I don't see the work. Tank had a list. What happened? Was that bottle chick on the list? Had to be. I missed it. Shakur could have won that fight versus Devin at 35. He could have won. But he ain't bet on himself because he's afraid. But you damn sure ain't got shit to say about what Tio had to say, right? Whichever monkey wants the banana. Tank, I respect you a lot more if you pulled up where Teofimo was and did the same thing to him that you did to Devin. Bro, salute. So he tells Devin no with all of that on the table. 4 belts, pay-per-view, a chance to give Devin a proper blemish on his record. And you fought Edmund De Los Santos in an absolute stinker. They said that, not me. I defended him. Did you make the same money versus Edmund De Los Santos that you made with Devin Haney? Then you want to go chase around George Kambosos, and his dad said take 25%, man. Mr. Tiptoe, salute. Which brings me to Mr. Popo, black ass Africa. I ain't gonna stay long talking about this clown. You gotta do something, man. Beating up George Kambosos, Lomachenko and Devin's leftovers, beating him up does nothing. Because as a matter of fact, when I went to that small-ass presser, because I was there, George was the A-side financially. So they laughed all the way to the bank. He got knocked out in New York and still had a good old time. Nobody want to talk about that. But the funny part was how he grabbed the mic and said, yeah, Bill Haney and Devin Haney, F y'all niggas. Let's fight. Whole time, you got your arm around Teofimo Lopez, man. I'm not even gonna ask y'all what's up with that because you young kids, this is normal behavior for y'all. Why is your arm around Teofimo Lopez, man? Why does Teofimo Lopez feel safe talking the way he does? Because you quote unquote fighters enable that bullshit. You should have mushed him and said, you next. Or you're a monkey that wants the banana. So you grabbed the mic and said, fuck y'all niggas. But you hugged up with Teofimo Lopez. I'm disgusted. And then you get on the Boxing Voice. And when Ness asked you about that, you said, I was just playing. Just playing, bro? Just playing? Yo, who are these kids? Brooklyn nigga? And then when Bill presses you in public, you went bananas like an ape. Oh, last time Devin came to New York, we didn't like what we seen. Yeah, we didn't like what we saw. A racist cheater attempted to kill another black man. And he would have got away with it if it wasn't for the VADA and the Athletic Commission in New York. So what the fuck you talking about? Why are you knuckle draggers even bringing that up? That should be a dead issue. Ryan's a racist cheater, and y'all shouldn't be in his face talking to him. Because if he did it to Devin, don't think for 2 seconds he'll try and do it to you. That he won't try and do it to you. What's wrong with you knuckle draggers? Everything. Which brings me to Keyshawn. What y'all didn't see, he walks in during the conference and he literally sat behind me. When we go to talk to the fighters, I said, bro, and I gave him a pound and I held his hand tight to let him know I meant business. And I said, bro, I need you to succeed. And I looked him right in his eyes. I said, I need you to succeed. And he said, yes, sir. I said, nah, bro. Focus. I need you to succeed. You're special. He said, yes, sir. I told him that to his face. Then I put the camera up. I could show you better than I could tell you. Because this is the part that got me upset. What the hell is wrong with this damn thing? Here we go. I can show you better than I can tell you. Live at the press conference.
Keyshawn Davis, man, salute you, good brother. What's next for you, King?
Shit, just here with my brother Shakur, man, support him.
That's right, that's right.
That's all I'm doing.
I said, what's next for you? I know he's there for Shakur. Ask what's next for you. So right away, I knew this was gonna go bad.
Now, I already asked you a second ago, I'm gonna ask you again.
Because I asked him, what's up with you in Africa? And he just shrugged his shoulders and smirked at me. So I asked him again.
What happened with Richards and Hitchens on his end?
What you mean, what happened?
Like,
What I mean, what happened?
the word was y'all was supposed to meet up and he declined it. So what did you hear about that?
Now, mind you, Africa ain't there yet. We had no idea that he was gonna show up. He's not there yet. And we all know the word was, it was supposed to be him in Africa on the undercard for the 31st of this month. Now, why would the boxing world know that, or even if it was a rumor, but he don't know that?
For my honest opinion, bro, I don't be on social media, bro, so I don't know nothing about that, honestly. So if that's the case, then shit, that's the case.
Yeah, because that's what the word was. They were trying to make that fight to put you on the undercard hit.
Yeah,
Well, such is life, man. Salute to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, no doubt.
Yeah, come on, let's do it.
So Africa walks up. Someone was filming him, and he just got done saying that his goal was to do this, and that, and eventually fight Devin Haney. I didn't even bother to record that part because he's full of shit. But now, this is the part where they meet.
To be honest,
What you mean chill, young man? What you mean chill? I just asked you about that. And he said he didn't know nothing about it. What you mean chill? Shout out to Clarence McClain. There he go right there. No duck zone.
We're gonna make the big fight. We hyping.
That's what I was talking about.
This is what we need. This is what we need, right?
There were talks about this fight for January 31st. Listen.
What does that say? What did Eddie just say?
This is a big
That's
fight,
what I was talking
big
about.
money fight that can stand on its own. But, you know,
that's respect.
Hitchens is looking a bit big. He looks,
I'm there talking about Pinball. What up, bro? Bob. I'm here talking about do the fight in February. Black History Month. Do it then. But at this point, I'm disgusted. You know why? Because the boy just lied to me, bro. The boy just lied to me. Salute to you, Mr. Tiptoe. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. So as y'all can see, I'm not shooting from the hip with none of this shit. I'm actually outside. I just showed it to you. The boy done lied to me. Kawhi, salute. The boy done lied to me. He didn't need to do that. All he had to do, what was the matter with him saying, oh, I heard about that. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm with it, but I don't know what's going on with him. Why he had to lie to me, man? What the fuck was that? It was supposed to be for the 31st. It was talks about it. Why he say I don't be on social media, so I don't know what's going on? Well, you know, this is what was said. And it has some big old marketing scheme right there. There's a handful of fighters I trust, man. Mark, what up? There's a handful of fighters I trust. These four right here, I don't trust them at all. Keeping it real versus keeping it right. Keeping it real versus keeping it right. What I'm pointing out about everyone on this page is a bunch of character flaws. If you got bad character, then I'm gonna keep you at arm's length because I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You're not trustworthy. At all. Drew, you're being too hard on the kids, man. You're being too hard. Am I? What the fuck is this? You tell me. If you wasn't offended at this, there's something wrong with you. Do they get around on social media and clown around with Devin like that? Yo, I want you next, y'all. Yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know why? You know why? Because Devin will look them all on their cameras. I'll fight you, and 3 months later, I'll fight you. Whoever sends me the contract first. Remember when Teofimo was jumping rope and said, yo, man, we sent out a contract to Devin Haney and who else he said? I forgot the other person. And whoever gets back to us first, we fighting. And it just so happened, while he did that Instagram live, that Trill Bill was on Trill Boxing Talk that night. talking to 78 and Black, and people came in the chat and said, yo, Tio just said he sent y'all a contract, and whoever gets to him first, that's who they fighting. And Bill so happened to be on live, and Bill was like, I'm at my fax machine right now. I ain't get shit. He said, hold on. Got up and went to the fax machine. He said, we ain't getting nothing, because Tio's a fucking liar. And you know why it'll never be Shakur and Keyshawn and Devin dicking around on a goddamn call like this? Because the moment they say we'll fight, Devin will say, what's up? Because they say everything but fight. He said to Devin and Cambo, okay, well, I don't even think Cambosa's got that because Teofimo ain't want to run that back either, because there was something about George that Tio couldn't deal with. I don't know what it was. You asked Tio, he said it was a collapsed throat from all the pickles he was inhaling. No, your ex-wife, not you, bruh. So these guys make time to deal with a racist drug addict who never apologized. Got on and said, ain't nobody gonna do shit to me. You know why? Because he knows he's surrounded by a bunch of clowns. And this speaks to the community that I'm a part of right now, which I'm disgusted. I'm telling you right now. When I was a youth, Ryan couldn't have said something like this and felt safe in the street, because somebody was gonna get him. Y'all kids today, I don't understand y'all. Even if you don't have to get physical. Y'all are Twitter fingers all day. Y'all like to troll all day, every day. Y'all can't troll him. Yo, you crackhead. Yo, you homo. Y'all can't do that. Y'all try to do it to Devin. Ryan don't deserve it. The WBC, the WBA, two of the most racist sanctioning bodies I've seen. And somehow he's fighting for a title. The WBO and the WBC was in cahoots to freeze Devin out of an opportunity. So the Black in that super chat, salute, man. He said, salute, Drew. Thank you so much, brother. Salute to you. Thank you so much, brother. Y'all forgot that Teofimo was in cahoots to WBO to freeze Devin out? Y'all want me to play it? I'll never get rid of this. Hold on. I got it here. Give me a second. This is 2018, y'all. 2018.
Hey, Devin Haney made a comment, you know, trying to make whatever it is. But at the end of the day, Devin, you don't know. The WBC is not going to have you, even if you do the competition, they're not going to have you fight for the title. You can get mad at everything. I'm fighting for the title after this fight, for the IBF. And then after that, me and Loma for all four. And where are you? You're not going to get a shot, bro. And you don't know that, but we do. And that's what we did. I'm not going to fight more fights. So it is what it is, man. Talk what you got to talk, my dude. But at the end of the day, you're not becoming a world champion at 135.
That was 2018, y'all. (2018). And not to be outdone, because even if you thought that was chess he was playing, he had to help with the WBO because he was fighting on Top Rank, so that's the WBO, and he had help with the WBC. So they all sat down and said, look, we're going to push this kid forward because he's Latino. And Devin's just a wide-nosed yellow nigga. That's what they said. But not to be outdone, this is the same night The same morning, by the way.
Teofimo, let me ask you a question. What exactly happened with you and Devin Haney when that was brought to your attention?
It don't matter because we got Shakur Stevenson next, man. Honestly.
It don't matter. I'm clearly talking about 135. It don't matter though, right?
I'm just excited because now all the roads lead to a bigger fight
All the roads lead to a bigger fight.
between me and Haney. Can you say, yeah?
A bigger fight towards Haney?
Wait, makes sense now, right? Yeah.
Does it?
Has momentum, right?
Does it?
Got motion, right?
I'm asking you, does it?
But you gotta answer my question.
No, I'm asking you though.
Now, at this point, there was three security guards. I was bigger than all them niggas. But one came to my left. The other one was standing by him to his right, which is my right. No, his left, which is my right. And there was one like what is that? By 4 o'clock. Because now I'm asking the hard-hitting questions. I ain't talking about his earrings and who cut his hair. No, I'm not there for that. They said, oh man, this ain't fight hype. Nah, nigga, Bronx on deck.
I know, and then I asked you.
No, but I asked you first.
And then I said, it makes motion.
Motion? So this is a part of your major plot. This is a part of your plot. Put off Devin, fight Shakur, and spin the block and go back to Devin.
Got motion, right?
The fight had motion at 35 when you was one fight away from undisputed. Barracuda mouth. Look at his teeth. We ain't gonna get on that. Let's stick to the topic.
All right, thank you guys. Got motion.
Look. Oh, thank you guys. Close it up. I left here and went to talk to Eddie. And then I noticed when I was done talking to Eddie, because I was the first one to talk to him, they got the cameras up in front of this nigga again. So I went back.
What else? Everybody good?
All right, that's it, guys. But he's asking everybody good. So I go back over there. And this is what happened. Remember when he said about Bud's not really undisputed? So I go back over there.
Regardless of whether Mauricio didn't
I'm glad I'm taller than the majority of people there.
want to or not, he did not pay for the sanctioning belt. So by default, he got stripped, so it became unified. If they could do it with me with my super W.
Ain't no super belt. He's talking about the franchise. Stop lying to the people that don't know better. That's why we got boots on the ground doing what we do. This is why we do what we do.
WBC belt, then why?
He paid for the franchise. That wasn't transferable. Because when the franchise status first came out, one of the things was it was not transferable. You ask for it, they vote yes or no. If they say yes, you get it. It's a special privilege. You can keep it and use it to go up and down. You could jump the line with it, which means he could have, at 35, he had it. He could have went to 40 and fought a champion, fought the WBC champion. He could have jumped the line, but he doesn't lose that status. Even if he loses the fight, he don't lose the status. When Loma lost it, they changed the rules immediately because they wanted Teofimo to lead the charge with the WBC. And being that it didn't work out that way, he got mad and started blaming black people. Knowing that the WBO don't want to fucking promote black people. That's why Shakur magically changed from being black to being Boricua. He transformed. It was a marketing scheme. And all he had to do was beat George Kambosos, and he fucked that off. And got mad at black people. So here I go.
And I paid for that sanctioning belt.
So by default, was you undisputed at 35?
Ain't no thank you, nigga. I was asking you a question. Loma requested the franchise status. He tried to lie and said that they offered it to him. But Mauricio Silliman said, no, we ain't give him anything. It has to be requested and we vote on it. So even if Loma's telling the truth, yo, they offered it to me, it does make it a little worse because he's the second franchise champion. It makes it a little worse because they already had a champion in Devin Haney. But they saw more value in the white man waving that around. But the bigger picture was get him in there with Tio because we want a Latino waving our shit around. So you can't have both. Vacate the real belt. Let me give you this fake shit, and you go ahead and fight Teofimo Lopez. And then I got the nerve to tell Devin Haney he's an email champion. Well, who's the villain here? Devin for accepting it after saying he wanted to fight for it, or the motherfucker that sent the email? Y'all blaming the victim because Devin wanted to fight everybody. And all Tio had to do was win. And he beat Loma, and all of a sudden, the belt was magically transferable. And they charged you for it. So I said, well, that's cool. All you got to do is fight Devin now. And what did he do? What did he do? He lost. But you know what would have happened if he'd have won, right? Don't worry. Just keep listening. If he had beat George Kambosos, what do you think he'd have did? Don't worry. Just keep listening.
Tio.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys.
Tio,
And they packed it up again. That's the security dude in front of me now. They packed it up again when I walked back up. We're gonna start back up in 10 minutes. I said, man, these niggas ain't gonna let me get him.
of the Lamont Roach and Pitbull.
Look at that. He was never undisputed at 35. He loses to Kambosos. Kambosos became unified, and then he started acting a fool. Which led to this. Now pay attention.
Can we just get a Haney Kambosos? Who you think wins that fight, brother?
Oh, fuck. No, it's a made fight for Haney. Yeah.
Now it's a made fight for Haney.
In what way? What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, the whole shit was a scheme, bro. They had the zone. I was on the zone platform. They gave it to Kambosos because they knew what I was going to do with it.
What? They gave it to Kambosos because you know what I was going to do with it.
They knew what I was going to do. I was going to drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become, quote unquote, undisputed.
That's why they closed up shop every time I walked up. Do you know I had this locked and loaded? What was the obsession with freezing Devin Haney out? From 2018 to after the pandemic? Don't I tell y'all all you gotta do is let these motherfuckers talk? I rock salute. Just let these niggas talk. Let them talk. They're gonna tell you exactly what it is. Anthony, what up? They're gonna tell you exactly what it is. I'm not making none of this up. Now, if you put the racist shit aside, I still don't like this dude. Because look at how he's moving. And what is this obsession with freezing Devin Haney out? So he admitted while he was on Top Rank WBO, they were in cahoots with the WBC to freeze Devin out. That didn't work. He admitted it. He admitted it. He blew it against Kambosos, and now he's sour. And then he turns his attention to black people and everything else. Now, to all my haters, stop me when I'm lying. I'm not making any of this up. He really did this. And the fiasco after this, I didn't add it to it, but the word on the block was it was $11 million to come to Saudi to fight Devin, and he said no. He said no. Now, whether it was 11 million or whatever, the kid said he hasn't touched the mill yet. So if it was 6 million, 5 million, whatever, even Punch Drunk, his friend, said, yo, if I can't keep it real with the ones that I love, what am I doing this for? It's a duck. He said that, bro. I said, oh, shit, okay. Because at the end of the day, you have to have some integrity. It's okay to have pride with your people, but you know what? You got to draw the line. I have pride with my people, but you know what, motherfuckers? I draw the line at this shit right here. I draw the line. These are not my people. These are not my people. My people don't behave in this fashion. You don't freeze fighters out. You don't. You break bread. You break bread with your frat brothers. You're supposed to.
I said what I said about Devin Haney resume, and I kind of called him a bum, and from that we started going back and forth, and it just so happened that he's the guy that I'm in the ring with after winning my world title. So I think that I get to shut whatever me and him got going on, rehash that out in the ring, and just show that I'm on a different type of level. You know what I'm saying? So this Bray performance, it's about a lot of things. It's bigger than just the homecoming. It's bigger than Judge Kambosos' name. But I talk a lot, you know, and people wake up for some reason when they fight me. So I feel like I'm gonna just keep showing the boxing world that I'm better than the guys I'm saying I'm better. I'm better than Devin Haney. I'm better than Teofimo. There's a reason why I keep talking. So it's just about trying to just, like, I try to tell you guys I'm coming, and it's like now you guys are finally here. I told you guys I was gonna be sitting here in front of me. I told these guys I was gonna be sitting here in front of me, and y'all gonna be interested in me. I told these guys I'm on this type of level, and the media, the ones who knew, they were saying, okay, Rick Hitchens is good, but he still gotta prove himself. All the fights they say, I gotta prove myself. I'm dominating guys like Zepeda, but it's boring, 12-0. I'm beating guys like Liam Farrell, and still the question is, oh, he can't beat Matias, but I beat the guy that beat Matias. Oh, he still gotta prove more. So it's just keep doing what I'm doing. But I talk a lot, you know, and people wake up for some reason when they fight me.
Looking here at the camera, Devin Haney. Fuck you, Nick. Let's fight. Devin Haney next. Devin Haney and Bill Haney. New York, stand up, baby. We here, baby.
I talk a lot, you know, and people wake up for some reason when they fight me.
Nah, I'm just fucking around. Ain't nothing. I mean, it's a talk. Obviously, that the fight makes sense. So ain't nothing serious. Ain't nothing that's like, you know, been sent out or nothing. But you know.
But I talk a lot, you know, and people wake up for some reason when they fight me.
Easy work. Easy work. Easy work. Easy work. Hey, don't be scared for yourself and make the fight happen. I'm gonna do this when I do it. I'm gonna chip.
Listen, Brooklyn, you hear him stuttering?
Easy work.
Brooklyn,
That's
you hear it?
easy work.
He's asking.
The kid is gonna be easy work.
If he wanted it, did
Hey,
he sound like
listen,
it?
y'all know I pop my shit and back it up every time. You know, last time Devin came to New York, we didn't like what happened. What's that, last year? And we got Spooky from in there. That
He screamed to the top of his lungs, and when it came time to do something, he was quiet as a church house mouse.
Yo, we bringing Devin back to Brooklyn. You know, last time Devin came to New York, we didn't like what happened. What's that, last year? And we got Spooky from in there. That
He screamed.
Do I need to go any further? I mean, you tell me. Eric Jordan, that super chat, he says, Mr. Popo got Miguel to duck the ninja sword. Yeah, he's fucking...
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Booty booty clapping.
Give power to my nigger sword!
We Game All Night says Hitchens the real New York dude. I fucks with him. I don't. Killers move in silence and yet they move. I know a lot of niggas out here that move in silence, but yet they move. They don't talk. They don't pump fake like Richardson Hitchens. Millisecond salute. So I don't fuck with him. You gotta do something, baby. You don't get on that white man's microphone and say, fuck you niggas, let's fight. And then the next day get on the Boxing Voice and say, I was just bullshitting. And then when Bill pulls up on you, you start talking about something that Ryan did. How the fuck are these niggas all high-fiving Ryan, bro? What is wrong with y'all? And Floyd is a queen mother of all gods at this point. Because everybody trying to be him. And he ain't shit as a person. PGA, salute. So no, I don't fuck with all four of these niggas. I don't fuck with them. Did I say they were trash in the ring? No. But when you put things out in the universe, as far as your behavior, nah. You're going to get what you deserve. Now, I'm rooting for Shakur to win because I don't like Teofimo Lopez, but listen, we've seen stranger things. Yeah, Anthony, it's supposed to be, but you know what happens? These new kids out here, I don't know who raised them, bruh. These new kids out here, it's all wrong. They can't fight, nothing. I'm just gonna say, these new kids out here, they're pussies. You throw them in a time machine to the 90s, they all getting beat up. Y'all not even getting beat up and robbed. Y'all just getting beat up for looking funny. Because none of you can fight. And y'all talk a lot. Y'all bust guns. And y'all can't even do that. Y'all could barely do that. If he ain't 2 feet on you, y'all missing. My era was the best era. We used to lump each other up, slap boxing, wrestling on concrete, punching each other in the face. We were rough houses. We goddamn invented testosterone. You motherfuckers drink too much and smoke too much to do anything. We play ball in the street. What the fuck is an offensive foul? I don't know. That's why I can't watch ball no more. You going up in the open lane into a drive and some nigga jumping in front of you with his arms down. Offensive foul, man. Get out of here. Soft as baby shit. Niggas is soft. We slap boxed every day out here. Everybody has skills. Y'all paint your fingernails. I can't stand you kids. And when I look at these kids, that's all I see. I'm like, man, this is the direct reflection. And it's everywhere. I was a teenager when the commercials used to come on. The kids, when they played ball, they wanted to be like Mike. You little niggas want to be LeBron? Laying on the floor on every play, crying and hollering? Kids don't want to put in no real work for yourself. You don't want to be the best? You want shit to come to you. Say, look at Floyd Mayweather. They want shit to come to you. I got you, EJ. Says the female got Miguel to save him from the goddamn ninja sword.
Give power to my nigga sword!
Oh, we ain't done. We running that back because they're afraid of the ninja sword. Yeah, we running.
Give power to my nigga sword! Whack, jack, smack.
And fuck you kids, man. I swear to God, I can't stand y'all. Main Biker says Tio and his wife were so deeply connected, he choked on that black pipe. She was deep throating. Black pipe collapsed his throat and forced the air into his lungs. If y'all don't know. Coach in the building, salute, man. Thank you for your assistance yesterday. If y'all don't know, oh boy. Now I'm gonna put this up, and there's a story behind it. I'm gonna put this up, and there's a story behind it. Just slow down. Slow down. Now, well, y'all just look at the picture. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah, I'm a wild boy, and I will violate you. And the gloves are off, especially how he talked. Yeah, he do like 78 in this picture, right? You ain't gonna violate black people and call us all kinds of monkeys. I'm gonna get you. So I took a face of his loved one. I don't know if that's his ex-wife or his sister. Makes no difference because the word on the block is his wife that his parents or his dad didn't co-sign him marrying. He married her anyway. Well, eventually they got divorced, and the word on the curb is she left him for a black man. And his sister is dating a black man. And while all of this is happening, he tells ESPN that the world of boxing, he sees an uneven, he sees the behavior, he sees the treatment is uneven between black fighters and others, meaning him. Whole time he's on Top Rank. In 2018, he revealed that the WBO and the WBC was going to freeze out Devin. And then he revealed that he had beat George Kambosos. He was going to drop the belts and make it a harder road for Devin. He fucked around and lost to Kambosos, and all of a sudden, nobody likes me. They only like black fighters. No, the women in your family like black dick. Oh, yeah. There's that. There's that. Yeah, my shit halfway to my knee. So, yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with boxing. Main Biker back in that super chat. He says, that's his wife. Her name is Cynthia. Okay. Freedom's March, my brother. Salute. That's his wife, or his ex-wife. Well, I heard some Ben Wallace looking nigga was taking her to Pound Town. So, yeah. I have no chill. He violated. And he did it on a platform. I did a short video about that. Go read the comments in that. Matter of fact, you know what? Again, I could show you better than I could tell you. I gotta go back now. Oh, well, since I'm here, let me do this. Let me do this.
Help.
Sidebar, this is why I don't fuck with Floyd. Listen carefully.
Ryan, or tell Ryan he should come in 3 pounds overweight.
Well, with me on here with you guys right now, I believe that they're going with the New York Commission. There's huge problems with the WBC, the New York Commission, and certain things, you know, I can't speak on because I'll fuck around and get a lawsuit. So I have to be very, very careful with speaking about certain situations.
Right.
I believe that they're going with the New York Commission. There's huge problems with the WBC, the New York Commission, and certain things, you know, I can't speak on because I'll fuck around and get a lawsuit. So I have to be very, very careful with speaking about certain situations.
Right. Did that nigga say no? Cameron, did you tell him to come in 3 pounds overweight? And this nigga start talking about lawsuits. Did he say no? Either you did or you didn't. Renzo, I don't know. But if he did, if he is, he's a victim of his own circumstance. I don't know. I don't know.
I said what I said about that.
But let me find this other video for y'all. With Tiafimo. Cause we ain't playing that. Tiafimo had a lot to say. Here it is. Here we go. Here we go.
It's cool, man. Just ask me the questions.
In the lead up to the fight, you said if they want the black fighters, they can keep them. Why did you say that?
Huh?
Why?
It's just a biased part of what I'm seeing in our field. That's it. Because it just seems like there's certain ones favoritizing others. I believe the commentators that are on the stand of ESPN are a bit biased to certain fighters. Off the record. No, it's not off the record. Keep this off the record.
You wake up, bro.
I don't think any.
Say that. Don't get into that, bro.
Wait, let me.
Fall into this.
I'm not falling into it.
Brothers, talk about the fight.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about my. No, then let me let it go.
Yo,
let me let it go.
Hold up.
Let it be. What are you scared of? Stop being a about it and handle it like a man. Handle it like a man. All of y'all, handle it like a man. That right there, I've been dealing with for a while.
Did y'all read the comments? I agree with Tio. He said it and stood on it. It's already out there. Why backtrack or try to clean it up? He stood on it. I respect that. 18 likes. Yep. Look, didn't hear a racist tirade though. See that? Look at that. I'm black, and I don't hear anything racist. It was his opinion. Let me go to this dude's channel real quick. This is a nigga, by the way. This is a nigga. What's he doing over here? He got goats and shit in his backyard. Bro, if you don't sit your stupid ass down. I'm black and I didn't hear anything. This is what we deal with. Karma always deals with racists. They absolutely do. Look at this. When your baby mom's likes chocolate. Yeah, they know what time it is. Right? Y'all ever read the comments on these? Look at this. It's true. Look at Shakur Stevenson's career. He hasn't fought the comp like Tio has, or Ryan has, or Ryan or Haney Loma Tank have yet. He's up there. So, first of all, Tio got a better resume than Ryan Garcia. I don't know why Ryan was there. And this is 2 years ago, by the way. It's 2 years ago. So this guy obviously can't stand Shakur. What is he talking about? No one cares. Really read the comments. See that? Look at this. So he tells the truth, and it's a racist tirade. The black fighters in his division are clearly favored on matchups. Motherfucker, he was ducking Devin Haney since prior to this. So what the fuck are you talking about? And nobody talks down on Tio like they talk down on Devin Haney. Devin has accomplished all of this, and they still talk down on him. As a matter of fact, he offered Tio a payday, and he said no. See that? Self-made in here says, lies. Tio could have fought Devin, but chose Ken. But thank you. Thank you. Come on, man. The brothers was on his ass. What truth? You're projecting. And hiding behind a profile picture. Fuck, man. Listen. If it's not clear what we're dealing with, if you don't know what we're dealing with, then shame on you. And your parents failed you, your grandma that raised you because your mama just chose to go out and doodle brown or twerk, whatever y'all kids call it today. Eric Jordan back in that super chat, he says female wife just didn't want to make love. She got stroked. Yeah, she got blasted. You already know what she caught.
Bukaki.
Long range. What did Floyd do? He ran up on Ryan Garcia, gave him a gold chain, and said, like I said before, you don't need to be fighting Devin Haney. You should fight Rolly Romero. And then you go back and fight Devin Haney. And he almost did it. Remember, he put the gold chain on Ryan and took him shopping. Remember that? That's what he did. But Ryan said, no, I'm going to go ahead and fight Devin, though. But he tried to do it. Floyd was out here trying to stop fights. Did he not tell us, that fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford's not happening until I say it's happening? I was like, what the fuck does he have to do with that? And that's why Errol had to get away from that PBC situation. Because he's out here trying to fight the best. That's why when Bud got the mic, every time he spoke, there was no malice between them. He said, yo, I got to shout out Errol for getting this done. Every time he touched the mic. And that's when it was solidified for me. I said, man, they never wanted Errol versus Bud at all. They never wanted that. They never wanted that. Ever. I'm not telling you clowns to wake up anymore. You know how they say stay woke? No. Y'all stay in bed, man. Y'all stay in bed. Because you're waking up too late, man. Y'all stay in bed. So like I said about Quentin Jackson, say the same thing about Tank, say it about Floyd, say it about Richardson Hitchens, say it about Shakur, say it about Keyshawn. You guys are super talented. And I respect you in that ring when you perform. But if something doesn't go your way, you better not even hint at racism. Because I'm not listening. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm listening. But I'm not going to do what I normally do, because when I do it when it's the right way, when I try and say, look, man, I don't care whether I like the fighter or not, but what they're doing to him is wrong. What they're doing to her is wrong. And I know it's a racial difference. When it comes to you, knuckle draggers, I'm leaving it alone. Y'all fight that fight. Because your fan base, they're not educated enough to even make the case that it's racism. You can't even make the case because y'all are too stupid. So y'all gonna lollygag through this sport like everything that happened to the cats from the Black Murderers Row, to what the industry literally tried to do to your contemporary and Devin Haney, what they did to Deontay Wilder. When you can ignore all of that, y'all don't even see what's happening to people that disregarded that. Where's Chris Colbert right now? Brooklyn stand up, right? Elmo, what happened to him? Where is he? Right now. Check what God did with him. He was next up, wasn't he? You want to run around with sombreros? Who derailed his entire career? El Rayo, right? Put him in the ring with a Mexican. And by the way, El Rayo got smoked by Edwin De Los Santos. Nobody said that El Rayo was done and he should never fight again and he's finished. El Rayo got smoked by De Los Santos. Nobody said he was done. He got smoked, came back, and I think was the Edwin De Los Santos before or after the Colbert fight? I forget. But then he comes back and fights Isaac Cruz and outboxes him in a champion. He's a champion. And then at 140, Tank says, hey, come fight me. He said, yo, Tank Davis fight. Let's do it. He said, come back down to 35. He said, we just won this belt at 40. We ain't going back down to fight you. For what? I thought Tank is the face. You know what? He might have made a lot of money. It was before, thank you. He might have made a lot of money. But shout out to El Rayo for standing on business and saying, man, Tank, I don't need that. Shout out to Badu Jack when he got the call from Canelo. Hey, man, we want to fight you for your WBC cruiserweight. He said, oh, cool, let's run it. Oh, you got to come down 18 pounds and fight for your belt. He said, wait, what? Then I won't really be at cruiserweight. I'm not fat. Why would I come down all that weight to fight? No, you know what? How about this? How about I give you the finger? Right? And you go ahead and fight David Benavidez, your contemporary, when he was at 68. And that was the end of that. Who doesn't want a Canelo payday? But at what costs? I've been saying Canelo was trying to pad his record. So in the record books, all his fans can see is, oh, well, he was a cruiserweight champion too. Yeah, he drank that dude 18 pounds. Nothing is what you think. And these four dudes right here, it's sink or swim. But something happens, I'll know what I'm looking at. It's a shame you YNs and you growing adolescents with YN mentality, like Victor, like the Mag 7s and the James Franklins of the world. It's a shame that y'all don't know what you're looking at. But if you do know, you don't reserve the right to combat it, because we've been here the whole time combating it. But your hatred for one person or two people supersedes how you feel about a fighter, because you are off cold nigga.
Monkey! Yeah, good! Yeah, man, come on!
think these niggas know about a code? Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. Fuck you, nigga.